10 minutes and you're live. Goodbye. Oh my goodness. Y'all, it's one of them, it's been one of those days, but nonetheless. What's up, girl? How you doing? Don't ask me why. I'm gonna get right into this. Don't even ask me why I'm up this late. I'm hanging up. Some friends that just know how good for you. Y'all. Oh my gosh. Oh, I'm sticking to my commitment. That's the only reason why. I'm like, I got 86 more days to go. But I'm gonna give everybody about 2 minutes to hop on. So this is the girl sticking to her commitment. I was just on the phone. Shoot, come on. All right. Hey, at least I got one person. I normally can't. I know. Oh, this is different. Hey, good evening. Oh, bus. You know what? I guess it don't even matter. So I'm gonna get better with when I hit the button to be ready. So I am doing 90 days of this live thing, right? And I like to get my stuff done early, but nonetheless, the way that the day went, it just didn't turn out great for me. Let me think my mic. First of all, like I told y'all the other day, I got too many gadgets around here. I believe this is the mic that's on. All right. So we're just gonna quickly talk about staying in the race. And I promise y'all, these messages is always for me first and then just sharing it with you guys. I was just brainstorming. I literally have like a whole list of topics, just different things that I have written down and I wanted to talk about. Time has been well spent today. As you can see, it's late. I am an early riser, but I wanted to stick to my commitment of doing these lives. So I phoned a friend, and where's my friend at? Is she on here? Yep. Hey, there go my friend. She always tell me I never see her comments. She's a great friend. This is my, I talk about how you gotta have one of the friends who's willing to fast and pray with you and all the other good stuff. That's her. So whenever I don't feel like doing something, I'll just pick up the phone and she'll help me get through it. But that's how I came up with this topic of staying in the race. But let me pull up what it is I wanted to share with you guys, and let's talk about the definition of staying in the race. Because y'all know a lot of times whenever I speak, for those of you that follow me, I'm always talking about goals. I'm always talking about weight gain, weight loss, just personal goals, spiritual goals, all that. And a lot of times we start off well when we write them out. We're fired up, we're motivated, we're inspired. But somewhere along the way, it just seemed like we fall off. And even with this, I'm probably going to say this a couple more times before I start repeating myself. But even with this going live for 90 days, it's been a challenge for me. I'll do good for 4 or 5 days. I'm giving myself a lot of credit because this is live number 4 and I'm still here. Where I really just wanted to go to bed, but I was like, girlfriend, if you don't learn how to stick to your commitments to yourself, how can you really stick to commitments that you have to other people? Because how we do anything is how we do everything. And I promise y'all, this 90 days, I'm just really looking to like break through in certain areas. So I thought this would be a good topic to talk about staying in a race. I always say, and it's, my friend is always clear to tell me this is my saying, not how it is in the word, but the race is not always given to the swift nor the strong, but to those that choose to endure into the end. And I say choose to because it is a choice. Language is everything. Like sometimes we talk about what we gotta do, what we have to do, versus showing up in the space of this is what I get to do. Because quite frankly, unless you're a kid, most of the people I talk to or am around are pretty much grown, and you have a choice. You can do it or you can not do it. And I think our attitude when approaching and or doing anything is really going to be a great indicator of how it turned out. And I'm gonna talk about. So I raced this weekend. I raced this weekend on Sunday, and I shared this with a friend today. You know, I'm I'll be honest. I'm very hard on myself. it's just, most of us are though. If you were to ask, I'm probably a lot more lenient and a lot more softer with other people. When it comes to myself, I'm really hard. I don't like losing. I don't like having excuses. You know, I'll receive excuses from other people because I'm, like, again, I told y'all before, I'm a firm believer of whatever you tell yourself, that's what it's going to be. So I had a very challenging week where I feel like I didn't get the training that I needed to get because I didn't have my bike outside. I had a late night. I didn't really sleep well. I definitely didn't fuel well, right? So I have all these things that seem to be fighting against me, but we will show up, right, in a space with all these things, and then we will, what am I trying to say? So let's just go, let me stick with the example I'm using in the race. So did the race wore me out, y'all. It was, the women were fast. I mean, I really enjoyed it. It was very challenging for me. But you know, in my head, I'm like, well, I just got to work harder and I get to come back next year stronger. But when you think about all the things that happened throughout the week, I could have said, and these things were in the back of my head, of all the challenges I had. But to me, all that go out the window the moment I decided to continue on and participate in the race and showed up at the line. Nobody don't want to hear your excuses of what happened yesterday. Don't nobody want to hear that you didn't eat right. Nobody want to hear, if you show up, right, then all that go out of the window. So when we talk about how the race is not given to the swift nor the strong, but those that choose to endure to the end, for me, at looking hindsight, after having a great conversation with my coach and a couple of other people, you know, it was still a win. It was a win, not me comparing myself to other people, but I showed up, you know, and I don't often give myself credit for that. But still in the back of my head, I'm like, even though you showed up, you know, you could have did so much better had you prepared yourself. So again, in life's journey, periods, just whatever it is that you are growing through or going through, just continue to go. Just continue to grow through it. You know, they say, weeping may endure for a night, but joy come in the morning. So as we are embarking on whatever journey that we are embarking on, some of us are experiencing, what do we call it, the little speed bumps. Some of us wake up or open up our eyes and it's a big mountain. But I promise you, if you just continue to press forwards, you will make it to your destination. And I had looked up like what are some of the what did I say? What are the rewards of staying in a race? And even with that, you know, we talk about how comparison is the thief of all joy. And it really is. However, you can use it for your greater good. I think comparison is only a thief when you start to look at other people and you start to size up how they have more than you, how they seem to be better than you versus you just like really competing with yourself. And even with, and I'm probably going to use this a lot because it's something that I'm actually in and something that is near and dear to me. Even coming back with working on getting back to where I was when I used to race before, now I'm just like, man, these women, there's a lot of young women out here, right? And they have a lot. And these are the excuses these are the things that cross my head. Like I said before, we can't stop the thoughts, but we can stop the birds from building a nest. So it's like, man, I don't really get a chance to train for hours because trust me, y'all, if I could ride my bike 5-6 hours a day, I would be outside on my bike for 5-6 hours a day. So sometimes we'll look at other people and we'll compare and then we'll start to have self-doubt and we'll just want. But if you just continue to press forward and work hard, I promise you, and you have to speak positive to you have to speak positive to yourself. And maybe I'm just crazy, and I probably am because I don't ever walk into any room. I never not saddle up. We don't saddle up for races. I never get on my bike and think, oh, I'm about to lose this race. Heck to the no. Like, I might be like, this is about to be hard, but, you know, they got to beat me, too. And if we show up like that in life, 9 times out of 10, you're going to come out victorious, period. Anytime you show up and you give 100%, you are a winner. And I had to etch that in my head over and over and over again because just because you don't make it to the finish line first doesn't mean that you're a winner. First, you got to give yourself credit for showing up because people, there's a lot of people that want to do, and I'm just using the race as, me cycling as an analogy, but it could put it, whatever it is that you're going through, throw it out there. Like, there's a lot of people that want to do what you're doing, but they won't even show up. There's a lot of people that talk about it, and talk is really cheap. If we learn, and this is probably going to go outside of staying in the race, but maybe this is me being a little bit wiser. I really don't. I hear what people say, but you could really just watch people's actions, and it says the actions will tell you everything. Like, legit. If and be careful, because when you, let me make sure I say this right. When you get when you get around people that just talk, 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 I promise you, all you got to do is just look at them and listen and watch them. And actions will tell all. People will say, "Oh my God, I love you," but their actions will show something different. People will say, "Oh my goodness, you're the greatest friend ever," but their actions will show different. People will say, "You're the best thing since sliced bread," but their actions will tell you the truth. So, all right, so let's get into here. What did I have? Okay, what are the rewards? One of the rewards of staying in a race is personal growth. The struggle and perseverance can foster resilience, mental toughness, and a deeper understanding of one's capabilities. And this is really, I love the word resilient. I use perseverance and then being relentless all the time. I'm a 3%er. And if you don't know what a 3%er is, I'm just one of those people that really have a desire to be a part of the top 3%. And when I say to be when I say be a part of the top 3%, because 97% of the people in the world, they just like, well, not everybody. Let me make sure I say this right, because I got different people listening. And trust me, this is not, I don't even know who's listening, so it can't be any knock to anybody else. But maybe you should have the same type of thought pattern and mindset. I just don't want to be average. Like, I really don't want to be average. And average is subjective to whoever you're talking to. But I don't want to do the easy, if you will. And for me, to be honest with you, if it's something that don't challenge me, I'm normally not interested. I will never show up in a space, like, say, let's use racing for example. I'm sorry, slow down, Crystal, because it's supposed to be 5 minutes anyway, because I'm tired. But if I would never show up over and over again to a race if I knew I was the strongest person that could beat everybody. There's no space for me to grow in that area. But if I see where I could be stretched, because normally whenever we are in a space where we can be stretched or outside of our comfort zone, that's where growth happens. So, and for me, if it doesn't challenge me, it doesn't change me. And if it doesn't change me and or challenge me, 9 times out of 10, I'll just be like, yeah, if I pass that on to somebody else, I'm going to go do something. I'm going to go jump out of an airplane or something, which probably will never happen. Number 2 is unexpected success. If you stay in a race, like, what if you win? You never know. Man, listen, whatever God has for you is for you. And so many people don't receive what he has because we are so busy giving up and throwing in the towel. Meaning, like, and I'm not going to go through my whole life story, but we'll get into a thing or we'll ask for something, and then we will experience some type of turbulence, and then we just throw in the towel. It's like, listen, what are you built? Like, this is how people are not made. That's not what I'm trying to say. This is how I know I'm tired. Let me say that better. That's how you get to see how you are built. So anytime there's a challenge that's put in front of you, not like most people will look at this and be like, oh, I got to work to get over that. Man, I don't want to do this no more. But this is where growth happens, right? This is where we get to learn. This is where we get our strength. This is where we get our stamina is not the word I'm looking for. It's another word. It'll probably come tomorrow when I'm actually thinking clearly. I'm gonna start. I can't do these late videos because they really messed me up because I'm tired. But anyway, so unexpected success, right? So the person that endured to the end. Let me see, because I know she be asking me questions. I'm saying Rashida's like, I'll be typing questions in here and you don't ever be paying attention. And then also an inspiration to others. You never know who is watching you. And the other day I talked about the need to be needed. Like, I love to inspire people. I love to motivate people. I love to and I like to do it through action, not by telling. So I had a conversation with my lady. I say my ladies because most of the people I coach are women. Is I'll be the first partaker. I'm never going to tell y'all to do anything that I'm not willing to do. I'm not going to say drink the 2 shakes, have the 1 meal, and have the 2 snacks, or I've been doing intermittent fasting, and that by itself is a challenge because we as a people, we just like to eat. We wake up eating, we eat all day, or we eat as we're going to sleep. So anytime you are sustaining from anything, 9 times out of 10 is a challenge. But I think part of me too is I just like the what's the word? No, what's the word? I can't think of the word. I need help. What's the word am I looking for? I'm looking for the word. Not who I get to become, but it's a challenge. So let me ask, even though I can't hear you, most times if you tell people, hey, you can't say you love chocolate, and you tell a person, okay, in order for you to get this result, you can't have chocolate for 7 days. Most people are like, oh my gosh, mindset is everything. All you got to do is lock in, and you can press through anything you set your mind to. But it's the practice. It's just like going to the gym. People are like, oh my gosh, you can't lift 10 pounds until you can lift 10 pounds. And then you can lift. But if you don't ever practice it, you never know your strength. And even through that, you never know what inspiration you are to other people. I like to give people hope. Um, I don't care what your situation is. If you're under the sound of my voice and if you can breathe, you have an opportunity to become better and be better. We are people in society that complain about everything. And I'm just like, it's not about me. All right, let's go. I got to find this chat because I know she's messaged me. Learning and experience, even if you don't win. And this is good because this right here is really good. Learning and experience, even if you don't win. The journey itself provides valuable lessons and experiences that can be beneficial in future endeavors. And then number 6 is finishing what you started can provide a sense of closure and peace, knowing that you didn't quit when things got tough. And tonight is a tough night because I am tired, but I said that I was going to do 90 days of this. Y'all, we only on day 4. I got 86 more days to go. And I said I was going to push this record button even if I just get on here and sing y'all a song. I need to know if y'all wanted an A, B, or C. It's like I can't sing, so y'all don't have to ever worry about that. But that's a good one. So the race is not given to the swift nor to the strong, but those that endure into the end. So make sure y'all stay in your race. And give me a second. I'm trying to go see if boom. Boom. Nope. I had a question that was in my I don't see it. Sorry. One of y'all's delayed. I'm just trying to see what's written in this chats because every time I go live, I never see the chats, and it's because I'm streaming from my computer. Okay. Yes. Stripes. Yes. See that? I should have just brought you on my live so you could have so you could have just said all this. She's on Facebook. She laughing at me. All right. But anyway though, all jokes aside, pray for your girl. We're gonna get this down. I'm just gonna continue to build this better, but for real, I'm one of those people that's on fire in the morning. I just have to make time to do this in the morning because I get up early, I get my training, and I'm just like a beast. I just, you know, I like to run it up then, but nighttime right now, I'm just super tired. But anyway, do I have anybody to shout out? Let me think. I can't even think. Oh, are you clapping for me and you're laughing at me at the same time? Cool. I wish there was like a little chat box or something like that that I could put up, but this is gonna be. Oh, can y'all do me a favor, please? I can't even do a poll in here. I had like so many things to talk about, so I really had like a series laid out. But I'm one of those people like if I'm not on fire about what it is that I want to talk about, I just won't do it. And that's part of the problem I had before when I had my other 2 launches and I was like, "Yo, we about to do this. We about to do this YouTube thing. We about to get it started." It was like 2 videos and that was it. So I'm working on. I'm not gonna say trying because if I say trying, I'm gonna have to do 10 push-ups because we don't try. We either do or we don't do. Um, Yeah, I'm gonna just leave that there. So I'm gonna just leave that there. We'll talk back to y'all in the morning. My energy is totally different in the morning. We can sing that song in the morning. You know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna have a guest when I come back over here. And y'all probably like, what you laughing at? Because you can't see the messages. But thank you. I appreciate you. I appreciate you. Thank you. Thank you. Yeah. She's giving me my kudos for even showing up. And I think that was like my first video was like just show up. Like sometimes we put our mouth on something and we'll just, talk about doing it. So I can't wait to look back at these videos and be like, what in the world was you doing and what was you saying? Because I'm going to work on building this better each and every day, and I'm gonna become unstoppable. I promise y'all that. But all right, that's all I have. Let me just hit this end button and go to bed because I gotta get up at 5 o'clock and get this bike training done. So I love y'all. Remember to do something today that your future self is gonna thank you for. I'm gonna figure out how to do the poll for these topics and have you guys talk, vote on it. But I will do these lamb chops because now everybody's inboxing me about when you gonna go live making these lamb chops. So if I don't do it tomorrow, we will do it on Thursday. How about that? And she won't let me live this down, so promise you, if she's listening, the lamb chop video will either be tomorrow or it will be Thursday. So y'all have an amazing night. Continue to pray for your girl, and I will talk to y'all later. Now I have to figure out how the heck to end this thing.